You're listening to the CyberLex Leadership Podcast, the home of serious CISA learners and future audit leaders. If you want more than memorization, if you want to think, reason, and operate like a true IS auditor, this is where serious auditors are made. In CISA Domain 5, endpoint controls are not just about having tools installed, they're about visibility and detecting when controls silently fail. Today's scenario reveals a dangerous truth in cybersecurity. Sometimes the tool is there, but the control is not. This is episode 16, the endpoint that stopped reporting 132 days ago. CISA tests endpoint security with a very specific purpose: to assess whether the candidate can distinguish between tool presence and control effectiveness. Common exam traps include: the agent is installed, assumed effective. The antivirus license is active, assumed protected. The dashboard shows green, assumed compliant. But CISA wants you to think like an auditor. Is the endpoint actually reporting? Is it receiving updates? Are alerts being generated and reviewed? Who monitors agent health? What compensating controls exist? Is monitoring continuous or reactive? The exam often presents a scenario where the tool is deployed, but devices are stale, inactive, or orphaned. No one is monitoring failures. SOC dashboards look good because they ignore silent gaps. Today's scenario is a classic exam pattern. During a routine IT audit, you request endpoint monitoring reports. The SOC provides a dashboard, all agents installed, 100% coverage. But as an auditor, you ask for raw export logs. This is where the truth emerges. You notice a field, days since last check-in. One entry stands out: 132 days since last report. You click deeper. It's a laptop assigned to a user in finance. The device still exists in inventory. The user is still active. But the endpoint security agent has not communicated in over 4 months. You ask the SOC why no alert was triggered. They respond: we only alert if the agent is uninstalled. You ask IT operations why it wasn't flagged. They say, we rely on SOC for monitoring. You ask the endpoint team why the device is still considered healthy. They answer, the dashboard counts total installations, not recent activity. Nobody caught the drift. Nobody checked the reporting timestamps. Nobody owns this gap. This is a silent control failure, the most dangerous kind. A junior auditor often reacts like this. But the tool is installed. The dashboard says compliance is 100%. Maybe the device is offline. Maybe the user doesn't use it often. They assume installation equals protection. Green dashboard equals effective control. No alert equals no problem. But control effectiveness is not based on system presence. It's based on evidence of continuous monitoring. Juniors interpret endpoints as static assets. Leaders interpret endpoints as dynamic, constantly changing risks. Audit leaders immediately expand their vantage point. 1. Monitoring integrity. If an endpoint hasn't reported in 132 days, the SOC does not have visibility. 2. Control versus tool distinction. Having the agent installed is not equal to having an effective control. 3. Governance breakdown. Who owns report freshness? Who detects stale agents? Who escalates? 4. Compensating controls. If monitoring fails, what else detects malicious activity? 5. Operational maturity. Healthy SOCs reconcile active devices. Reporting timestamps. Update status. A missing device is not a device problem. It's a monitoring maturity problem. Strong auditors gather evidences like: 1. Endpoint reporting logs. Last check-in. Last update. Reporting frequency. 2. SOC monitoring configuration. Alert thresholds. Stale device criteria. Health check policies. 3. Device inventory. Does the device still exist? Is it active? 4. Patch/update logs. If a device hasn't reported, is it missing patches? 5. Antivirus and EDR logs. What was the last known security state? 6. Incident response workflow. Are stale devices escalated? 7. Ticketing evidence. Has this device ever been flagged? ever investigated. This is professional audit work, exactly the level CISA expects. A stale endpoint represents much more than missing logs. Loss of visibility. Security cannot detect attacks on a device it cannot see. Outdated security posture. The device may be missing critical patches, signatures, or EDR protections. Compliance gaps. If the organization requires monitoring coverage, this violates policy. High exploitation potential. Attackers target unmonitored devices. They are the perfect foothold. Governance failure. No one noticed for 132 days. This is a high risk due to visibility loss and unknown exposure. Security fails quietly long before it fails loudly. Tools don't protect organizations, visibility does. A device you cannot see is a device you cannot defend. You've just sharpened your audit judgment, and that's how serious auditors are made. For deeper mastery, explore the CISA Gold Standard series on Amazon. We don't just help you pass, we help you become someone the field can rely on.